Hello everyone, myself Mr. Manoj Patil, Assistant Professor in Civil Engineering Department at Maratha Vidya Prasarak Samajat, Karmavir Advocate Baburao Ganpatrao Thakre, College of Engineering, Nasik. Dear student, today we will discuss about unit number 2, that is sewage treatment. See student, the course outcome of this unit number 2 means after completion of this unit number 2, student, you will be able to design of preliminary and primary wastewater treatment units. See content. In today's lecture, we will discuss about pollution due to improper disposal of sewage, then introduction to sewage treatment, then objectives of wastewater treatment, then sewage or wastewater treatment processes. See student, today's lecture objective. See, after complete of this today's lecture, student, you will be able to explain pollution due to improper disposal of sewage, then objectives of wastewater treatment, and then you will be able to understand the sewage treatment process. See, first one, pollution due to improper disposal of sewage. See student, what are the different types of problems are arising if we are not dispose the sewage properly? See, there are various types of problems are arising. Pollution is occur. First one is the water pollution. If the sewage is not properly disposed, the water pollution is occur, and due to that, the aquatic body, plant, or the animals which are to be present in that water, that may get die. And if such type of contaminated water, if the humans are drink, so the many diseases may occur. Then air pollution is also occur. If the sewage is not properly disposed, air pollution may be occur, and due to that, there are a lot of respiratory diseases are occur. Then due to the improper disposal of the sewage, soil contamination is occur, and due to that, soils get contaminated and the fertility of the sand is reduced. The yield capacity of that soil or that crops are get reduced. Then there are a lot of waste production is there. Okay, so these are the various negative impacts due to the improper disposal of sewage. Therefore, there is necessity to dispose the sewage properly. First of all, you have to give the proper treatment to the sewage, and then you have to dispose it. See, introduction to sewage treatment. See student, what is meant by sewage treatment? Sewage treatment is the process of removing contaminants from wastewater and household sewage, both effluents and domestic also. See student, sewage treatment, this include physical, chemical and biological processes to remove the physical, chemical and biological contaminants, impurity. Okay, so in sewage treatment, this physical, chemical and biological treatment processes are involved to remove the various types of impurity. See student, sewage treatment is very important to provide some degree of treatment to wastewater before it can be used for the various purposes, such as for the agriculture purpose, landscape purpose, or for the aquaculture purpose. So before you use their wastewater, you should treat it properly, and then you have to utilize it. See, objectives of the wastewater treatment. So what are the objectives of the wastewater treatment? See, first one is to extract and remove the various pollutants and toxicants, including suspended solid, dissolved material as well as pathogen present in the wastewater, so that its quality is improved. So to remove these various types of pollutant and toxic element which are to be present in the wastewater, to remove that, this is the first objective of the wastewater. If this toxic element is remain in that wastewater as it is, then it is harmful to the human body also, and to the aquatic plant or animal also, and for the soil also. See, second objective is to ensure no danger to human health or damage to the environment. See, if the wastewater or sewage is not properly treated, it becomes danger to the human also, and to the and it will damage to the environment also. So it is very necessary to ensure from that wastewater treatment there should not be danger to human health or damage to the environment. So this is second objective of the wastewater. Third one, to reach the permissible level of water to be discharged or used. So as per the Central Pollution Control Board law or as per the State Pollution Control Board standard, to achieve the permissible level, so for that purpose wastewater treatment is necessary. So these are the various objectives of the wastewater treatment. Next is the sewage or wastewater treatment process. See students, whenever we are doing the sewage treatment or wastewater treatment, so in that various processes are involved. Okay, so a typical wastewater treatment that plant consists of several treatment steps which encompassing unit operation and unit process. So see, what is meant by unit operation? See students, unit operation is the treatment units or method in which the application of physical forces are predominant, that are called as the unit operation. Okay, so in unit operation the physical forces are more important. So such type of treatment units are called as the unit operation. For example, the screening, grid chamber, sedimentation tank, these are the examples of the unit operation. Second one is the unit processes. What is meant by unit processes? So see student, the treatment units or method in which the chemical or biological processes or reactions are predominant, that are called as the unit processes. See, in such a unit, in the pollutant is chemically or biologically transferred to usually smaller compound. The example of this, that is the biodegradation or chemical degradation step. Okay, the example of the unit process units are the activated sludge process, trickling filter. These are the example of the unit processes. Next one is the unit operations approach in water and wastewater treatment and has their following advantage. First advantage is this unit operation gives better understanding of the processes which inherent in the treatment and of the capabilities of the processes in attaining the objective. Second advantage is the unit operation helps in the development of the mathematical and physical models of treatment mechanism and the consequent design of the treatment plan. So this unit operation play very important role in the design of the treatment plants unit. Then third one is unit operation helps in the coordination of the effective treatment procedure to attain desired plant performance and effluent quality. So to achieve the effluent quality, for that purpose this unit operations play very important role. Now physical unit operation. See, these are the various physical operations are there and their applications are also mentioned here. See student, this physical unit operations and their applications are very important for your GATE and MPSC point of view also. First physical unit operation is screening, and their application is screening is carried out for the removal of coarse and settleable solid by surface staining. Then comminution is to be carried out for the grinding of the coarse solid. Flow equalization is carried out for the equalization of flow and mass loading of the biochemical oxygen demand and for the suspended solid. Then mixing of channel chemicals and gases with wastewater and maintaining solids in the suspended. For that purpose mixing is carried out. Then flocculation. See, flocculation is carried out for the promotion of aggregation of smaller particles into larger ones. For that purpose flocculation is carried out. Then sedimentation. See, sedimentation is carried out for the removal of settleable solids and thickening the sludge. Then flotation. Flotation is carried out for the removal of finely divided suspended solid and particles and also thickens the biological cell. And lastly, filtration. Filtration is carried out for the removal of fine residual suspended solid remaining after biological or chemical treatment. Then the chemical unit processes. See, these are the example of the chemical unit processes and their application. First, chemical precipitation, which is to be carried out for the removal of phosphorus and enhancement of suspended solid removal in primary sedimentation. Then gas transfer, which is to be utilized for the addition and removal of gases, the harmful gases like hydrogen sulfide, nitrogen. Then absorption, that is to be carried out for the removal of organics. Then disinfection. Disinfection means to kill the pathogenic bacteria. So disinfection is carried out for the disinfection of the disease causing organism, microorganism. And dechlorination means removal of total combined chlorine residue. So for that purpose dechlorination is carried. So these are the examples of the chemical unit processes and their application. Now biological unit processes. See, what are the biological unit processes? Biological unit processes are those in which removal of contaminants are brought about by biological activity. Means in biological treatment, the wastewater, the main objective is to coagulate and to remove the non-settleable colloidal solid and stabilize the organic matter. This is the main objective of the biological unit process. So in biological unit process, the non-settleable colloidal organic solids, that matter, is stabilized and that is to be removed. See, the wastewater, there are generally three sources are there of this wastewater: domestic wastewater, agriculture return wastewater, and the industrial wastewater. If we are taken the example of the domestic wastewater, see, the objective is from the domestic wastewater to remove the various nutrients, specifically nitrogen and phosphorus, that is mainly present in the domestic wastewater, which are otherwise capable of stimulating growth of the aquatic plant. Okay, so for that purpose, these biological unit processes are important. See, for industrial wastewater, in industrial wastewater, mainly toxic elements are present. So to remove that toxic element, these biological unit processes are used. So see student, what are these different types of these biological processes? There are mainly two types of biological process. First one is the aerobic process and second one is the anaerobic process. So in aerobic process, what do you mean by aerobic processes? So see, the biological treatment process which is occur in the presence of dissolved oxygen, that process is called as aerobic process. The example of this aerobic process is the activated sludge process, trickling filter and aerated loop. These are the examples of the aerobic processes. Second one is the anaerobic processes. See, what do you mean by anaerobic processes? See, in anaerobic waste treatment that involve the decomposition of the organic and inorganic matter in the absence of molecular oxygen, that process is called as the anaerobic process. Means in which the dissolved oxygen is absent. So such type of biological process are called as anaerobic process. See, the example of these anaerobic processes are, first one is the anaerobic sludge digestion, then the anaerobic filters, anaerobic lagoons or pond. These are the examples of the anaerobic biological process. So I hope that student, all of you understood this sewage treatment. What do you mean by sewage treatment? What are the objectives of sewage treatment and what are the sewage treatment processes? So in that, what do you mean by unit operation and what do you mean by unit processes and their example. So as a practice, you have to solve these two questions, and if you have any difficulty regarding this topic, you can ask me frankly at any time. So thank you student. Thank you so much.